Before Hitler's rise in Germany, the United States was already experimenting with a disturbing social engineering plan, one aimed at improving the human race by force. It began in the early 1900s, when the eugenics movement gained popularity among American scientists, politicians, and wealthy philanthropists. Influenced by Charles Darwin's ideas on natural selection, but warped into a dangerous social theory, eugenicists believed that poverty, mental illness, criminality, and even immorality were inherited traits. Their solution? Prevent those with undesirable genes from having children. In 1907, Indiana passed the world's first compulsory sterilization law, targeting people in state institutions who were deemed unfit to reproduce. Other states followed quickly: California, Virginia, North Carolina, and dozens more. Judges, doctors, and state officials could legally sterilize people without their consent. This often meant the poor, the disabled, those with low IQ test scores, people of color, prisoners, and even unwed mothers. By the 1920s and 30s, this was not some fringe policy. It was mainstream. Influential figures, including some Ivy League professors and even former President Theodore Roosevelt, openly supported eugenics. State fairs hosted Fitter Families contests. Textbooks promoted racial hierarchy as science. The program had powerful legal backing after Buck v. Bell, 1927. In this infamous Supreme Court case, Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes upheld Virginia's sterilization law, writing the chilling words, "3 generations of imbeciles are enough." That decision opened the door for even more sterilizations across the country. California became the leader, sterilizing more people than any other state, around 20,000 individuals. In total, over 60,000 Americans were forcibly sterilized under official programs between 1907 and the 1970s. And these numbers don't include the many unofficial procedures done in prisons, mental hospitals, and on Native American reservations well into the 20th century. Shockingly, the Nazis studied American eugenics laws when designing their own racial policies. In fact, some Nazi lawyers even praised the U.S. for being a pioneer in sterilization. After World War II exposed the horrors of Nazi genocide, public support for eugenics waned. But the sterilizations did not stop immediately. Many states kept the laws on the books for decades. North Carolina didn't officially end its program until 1977. Today, several states have issued apologies, and a few, like North Carolina and Virginia, have paid small reparations to surviving victims. But for the most part, this chapter of U.S. history remains largely forgotten, a reminder that authoritarian ideas can hide behind the language of science, progress, and public health.